So I'm seeing a possible problem with Spider-Man Brand New Day. So today on Twitter, Daniel RPK, a really trusted leaker slash rumor dropper to Marvel and anything MCU related, has dropped the following news. Some of the villains in Spider-Man Brand New Day are Tombstone, Tarantula, Boomerang, Scorpion, and Ramrod, who's half cyborg. I do want to just jump in here and say I really hope that most of these villains are just in a quick little montage showing what Spider-Man's been up to since No Way Home, stopping some of these villains. But the thing is, this is showing off something that I didn't want to admit, but now I have to admit. Sony has used the good villains for Spider-Man films. At this point, we're not going to see Kraven. We're not going to see Venom or Carnage. We're going to see characters like Boomerang, Tarantula, and Ramrod. Who wants to see that? Going on top of this, what scares me is that there was no confirmation of Mr. Negative. That is a villain that could be the main villain for this story. Which one of these could be? The closest is Scorpion, and he's kind of a villain that I hope is a side villain, kind of like what they did with Shocker in Homecoming. I want him to be a part of the story. I don't want him just to kind of be like one battle done. I want him to actually matter to the story, but I don't want him to just be the main villain. None of these villains listed here are main villain worthy for Spider-Man. And on top of that, we have Spider-Man fighting Hulk and Punisher. This movie could be messy. I could see Tombstone being the overarching villain, but I mean, really, he's just Kingpin, but different. We've already seen enough of Kingpin with Hawkeye, Daredevil, Echo, but now we're gonna get another Kingpin-esque character with Spider-Man Brand New Day. Honestly, at that point, just use Kingpin again. Have him come in, connect it with Daredevil. I don't understand the need for all of these villains. Coming from an actual Spider-Man fan, I cannot tell you the backstory to Ramrod, Boomerang, Tarantula. I don't know their backstory. I would have to research it, which can be cool, you know, introduce new characters to the fans that they have never seen before, give them villains that they've never had before. But at the same time, Spider-Man's rogue gallery is one of the best in all of comics, and we're not getting to see the highlights there. It's frustrating. We don't have Kraven showing up. We don't have any of the symbiotes showing up. We won't ever have Morbius showing up. And now because of No Way Home, we won't ever have Doc Ock, Electro, Wizard, Sandman, Green Goblin. All 5 of those were used in one singular movie. I mean, what are we missing? Hobgoblin, Mr. Negative, Black Cat, Rhino. That's really about it. And Rhino, on top of that, was the villain in the Kraven movie. Sony is using these villains that we could be seeing used in Brand New Day, and they're using them for crappy Sony Spider-Man movies that don't even include Spider-Man. Because I'm looking at these villains and it's like, okay, cool, we're getting new characters and introducing new villains to fans who they might not know who these people are. But like, I really want to see some of these Spider-Man villains get their time to shine, and they didn't get that in the Sony universe. It's just frustrating. It really is. Because I mean, cool, good for Ramrod. And now I'm looking at these set leaks, and I had talked about in my previous video about the demons and how they could be connected to Mr. Negative. I don't think that is. I think this might be even a Punisher tank getting stopped by Spider-Man, and I don't think the symbol has anything to do with Mr. Negative. It's a bit nerve-wracking. We need a good villain for this story. We have a cool suit, a cool concept with some team-ups that seem cool, Punisher and Hulk, but we need a good villain. If Scorpion is the main villain, hey, I'm not going to be mad at it. I think it's a good idea. Have him work under Kingpin, not Tombstone. Have Tombstone help out with Kingpin or something. Make Kingpin this overarching street-level villain that Daredevil, Punisher, Spider-Man, Moon Knight, if you want to, all have to like eventually beat. Kind of like the Doctor Doom for street-level heroes. I just really hope if they are rebooting the MCU with Secret Wars that we see some of these actual Spider-Man villains show up. Please give us a Kraven Spider-Man movie. We did not need a Kraven movie. It was not necessary. No Way Home was originally supposed to be a Kraven story for Spider-Man, and we didn't get that. I was kind of hoping with Brand New Day we were maybe going to finally get Kraven included. We didn't get that either. In the Sony universe and their movies, they're really ruining what the MCU can do with Spider-Man, and it's really showing with Brand New Day. We really had this issue with No Way Home, but they were able to use old Sony villains and bring them back in. But now they don't have that. What are they resulting to? about D-level Spider-Man villains. So I really wish that these aren't the only villains in the movie. Like Sleeper Mr. Negative is still floating around, just not casted yet, so Daniel doesn't know about it. But in the end, I'm excited to see what they do, especially with Scorpion. I'm excited to see Scorpion in live action. We haven't had that yet, and I think they're going to do great with it. Michael Mando is a great actor. I'm excited to see his take on Scorpion. It's the rest of them. I don't know them. I'm interested to see what their characters are like leading up to Brand New Day and after the movie releases, and seeing what they act like and what they do in the movie. There's a lot going on. A lot of characters, a lot of villains. Please, Mr. Negative, please. So hopefully it doesn't get too messy. Hopefully we have a good Spider-Man movie. We have the possibility to have the best Spider-Man movie, I think. Just don't overcomplicate it. Don't throw too much into it. Just keep it simple. Keep them at street level. Give us an actual Spider-Man movie. But that's about it. Peace.